Wow, we are on our way to meet the Imam of the Boya Central Mosque. I think his name is Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar. This is his first time to meet with us on focus on Blue Point. Thank you very much, and we hope to be with him soon. I am with my humble chief of techniques. He's also the one in charge of logistics for the day. Thank you, and we hope to be with you again shortly. Wow. Alhaji Imam of the Central Mosque, welcome to Focus Point.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Peter Fozer. Please have a seat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Alhaji, Imam of the Boya Central Mosque, once more, I welcome you to Blue Point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter, and it's my pleasure.
Okay, that's very great.
On the forum is interesting.
Okay, I want our listeners to know that this program is a program where we interact and we share views, and I think we are meeting the Imam because he is in the Muslim community, is one of the highest authority in the Muslim community of the Southwest region, if I might say.
Yes.
We don't even know how
it's structured.
It's structured. I think I will also be learning a lot from the questions you'll be asked.
Okay.
Please, Imam, please, I will want you to first of all introduce yourself. Who is Alhaji Muhammadu Abubakar?
Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar is that's my name, of course. I'm the chief imam of the Central Mosque in Boya. I do a lot of things in life.
We want to know.
At the same time, we are the regional president of the Southwest Muslim. The regional president of CIDIMUC, Council of Imams and Muslim Dignitaries, is the regional branch.
Okay.
The Secretary General of the Southwest Muslim Community, SUEMOC. A chaplain to University of Boya, Muslim chaplain, University of Boya. We also work at the level of interfaith, Akadi, and Secretary General, regional branch, and also a national advisor to Akadir. We are also the regional president of Union Islamic, regional president of Union Islamic, UAC, with headquarters in Yaoundé. Also technical advisor to ASOBIC. Many other associations. Then at the level of interfaith, we are also with the religious interfaith, which is fighting for justice and peace.
Okay.
Yes, which in fact has international connotation too.
Okay, thank you very much, Alhaji. You've really briefed us a lot concerning exactly who. I think before we go to the next question, I want to understand how the Muslim faith is structured. I think we need to know who the Muslim is, and also the first thing, let us know how the Muslim faith is structured.
Yeah, talking about the structure of the Muslim community. The Muslim community is structured such that there is what we call an imam. An imam is a leader. Sometimes you also have a leader to mean the chief, the chief of the community. We have a lamidat for the traditional aspect, which happen to the Muslims too. So by extension, they are the spiritual guides for those communities. So at the south, down south here, the imam is the head of the faithful of each mosque.
Okay.
And the community is structured such that we don't have a central government. It's not like where you have with the Christian world or Roman Catholic, you have the Pope that designates a cardinal, Reverend Father, bishops and stuff. No, the Islamic community is structured so that when the Muslims are gathered in an area, they select an imam to be their leader.
Independently?
Yes, independently.
Oh.
And this structure is done following a certain criteria.
Okay.
Who can be an imam and who cannot.
Okay.
But as far as chieftaincy is concerned, which of course would have to do with somebody who was there before.
Okay.
You know, you can have a chief who is Muslim, chief of Muslim community from all backgrounds, because the Muslim community is not a tribe, it's not a tribal clan.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
where other people would think that to be a Muslim you must be Hausa, you know, the Fulani, you must come from the north and stuff. No, it's a universal religion that every member of the society, in fact we have it that every child of Adam is born a Muslim.
Okay.
It's the society or the parents that change the child to become whatever.
Okay, you are just bringing me to a point. I think that was the next question I wanted to ask. Who is really a Muslim?
Yeah.
Because as you look in the Christian faith, there is a definition for who a Christian is.
That's it.
A Christian is a follower of Christ.
Yes.
So who is a Muslim, Elijah?
Yeah, a Muslim, unfortunately, I'm not contradicting you, but this is what we have in our teachings.
Okay.
That even Jesus Christ himself was a Muslim.
Actually.
When I said this sometimes, some people were surprised, how can he be a Muslim? A Muslim is somebody who submits his total will to the will of God. And so all the prophets of God were Muslims. They are all submitters to the will of God. And so if anybody who submits his total will to the will of God
is a Muslim.
Is a Muslim.
But when I look at the world today,
yes,
I have a particular notion that a Muslim is a particular group of persons that have decided to follow Muhammad.
No, unfortunately.
I think one of the main things that brought me here is to know exactly the reason why some Muslims are thinking that everybody must be a follower of a particular teaching.
No. Well, that is what we call in Islam radicalism. Okay. Extremists, you can be positively extremist. The fact that you follow strictly what God has put as laws. Meaning, if it's time for prayers, you have to pray. If it's time for fasting, you have to fast. If it's time for doing your work in the office, you should do the work honestly. That's being extremely, you are in an extremist positively. But in an extremist which will compel people to your religion, that is the other part of Islam which is not accepted. Because the Lord God in the Quran mentions in chapter 2 verse 256 where he says, La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. No, la yukallifu, that you cannot, don't oblige. You cannot oblige, la ikra'u fi din. You cannot oblige somebody to become Muslim. And there is no compulsion to religion.
But when I see what is happening, I mean, I really wish to let our listeners know exactly the differences between these people who are even going up to the extent of invading churches to protest. And I think the main point in their agenda is they want everybody to become a Muslim. There are some particular communities like that. I don't know if you have that.
Even if it's not only an Islamic aspect, you want to believe, you'll be shocked to hear that even in Christianity we have extremists. People who think that if you are not a follower to their teachings, you don't belong to them. And they want everybody to become part of them. But unfortunately, since it's not open, people don't see it. They only see the aspect of Islam. And they cannot also take people who go around killing people in the name of Islam to be Muslims. No, it's not because I'm putting on a sarong or a kind of dress that resembles that of a Muslim. It's a character that will teach who a Muslim is. You cannot compel somebody to become Muslim. God himself left it free. Okay. Yeah, that's the free, the most free thing that God ever created for humanity is man. Man is free to choose the religion he wants to follow. Okay. And so there is no, you can't compel somebody, as is found in Quran chapter 2 verse 256.
Okay, I think you have enlightened us a lot, and one of our main objective as a Blue Point, we go straight to some very traumatic experiences that we are encountering in the society. There is this point, and we want to know if, as a Muslim, can you explain to us how your religion views the manner in which do you have a kind of forum where there is superstitious beliefs, and maybe that means a particular religion that speaks of deliverance and every of those sort? Because we have had some kind of experiences, and in these scenarios we notice that I've never seen a Muslim standing to preach healing and deliverance. I think, watching at what is happening in the world today, can you tell us something concerning that? Because I think it's a general thing.
Yes.
For the whole world.
Yes, when we talk about who a Muslim is somebody who submits his total to the will of God. God created man and the jinn for one purpose, not two purposes.
And what is that purpose?
That purpose is that you should worship him and worship him alone.
Okay.
And in terms of worship, when it comes talking about worship, you have obligatory aspects which a Muslim should fulfill. You also have obligatory aspects which you should fulfill. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about issues of fanatism, healing,
okay,
it's not. Yes, it's fanatism. It's not. It's part of what we call in Islam mushrik, or somebody who has left the path of Islam, disbelief. That's an aspect of disbelief. Because to tell somebody that what will happen tomorrow, and ghaib means soothsaying. Mm-hmm. Because these people are soothsayers. I'm sorry to say it, but they are soothsayers. To tell you that your mother bewitched you, or this one bewitched you, I'm healing you in this, you will get cured and stuff. This is not what a believer should bother about.
So the Muslim...
No, we don't have that in Islam. If you see any Muslim practicing it, is not a Muslim.
I am very sorry to ask this question, Alaji, but I think Blue Point is focusing on some of those key aspects of the natural man.
Yes.
Do you believe that somebody once existed like Jesus?
I don't only think, but I firmly believe, because it is also one of the chapters of the Quran where Allah is telling us that we must believe in all the prophets of God. Jesus himself being a messenger and prophet of God. He was miraculously delivered through the command of God.
Okay.
He told the archangel sent through Mary, his mother, that be, and he becomes kun fayakun. So we don't only, the way we respect Jesus, son of Mary, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Some Christians don't even respect him. Okay. You'll be shocked to hear that. Jesus ordered us to pray, and he was praying throughout, not so.
Okay.
But you decide to make your own prayers at specific times, on Sundays only. No. You know this aspect of ablution, that people wash their hands and stuff? Yes. Do you know that Jesus used to do that?
Sabbath.
It's not Sabbath. That is the teachings of Jesus.
Okay.
Yes. To do purification.
Yes, purification.
Yes, before you talk to God.
Okay.
You do that.
But Alaji,
and it was practiced by Jesus. So we believe and follow his teachings.
Okay.
Yes.
But, you have just made a point here concerning prophecies, because like a Christian,
yes,
we know that those are some of the acts that Jesus performed while he was on earth.
Yes.
You are totally standing against it. Why?
No, we're not standing against it. For example, to say that Jesus.
No, I'm talking about prophecies. Prophecies in particular.
Okay. No, to say that this will happen tomorrow and stuff.
Yes.
No, that one is the command of God. That is what we call disbelief.
Okay.
Yes, nobody, as is mentioned in the Quran, nobody knows about 4 things or 5 things. First, what is in the womb of the mother? What will happen tomorrow?
Okay.
Where you will die and where you shall be buried. And the 5th thing, your sustenance of tomorrow. So all those things are the domain of God. Jesus himself was asked about the period, the time, the end time, or what they call how do you call it in the judgment day.
Okay, judgment day.
What did he tell him? That the Creator himself, he knows when the judgment day will be pronounced. His Father who sent him. This is what Jesus Christ said. Why didn't he tell them that judgment is going to be this day?
So is it like the Muslim religion is trying to tell us that it's only Jesus having those powers to speak of the future?
Of course, no, Jesus didn't speak of the future. This is what, unfortunately, you don't understand about the prophecies, the prophets of God.
Okay.
You know, each prophet of God came with a mission.
Yeah, mission and a message.
Yes. He was in order to prove that they were actually prophets of God, they had to bring a miracle. In order to prove to disprove people who did not believe in their prophecy, they had to prove that they came actually from God. Moses, or called Musa alayhi salam, when he came to Pharaoh, God gave him certain things to show, miracles to perform. That of swallowing snakes, he threw his staff and he turned into a snake and swallowed up the snakes the fetish snakes of Pharaoh. Yes, turning water into blood. Those are all signs God gave him to show Pharaoh that man is my prophet. Jesus, son of Mary, he came at a time when a lot of persons proved that they were scientists and that they knew how to. They were experts. Experts in no, not magic. Magic was Moses.
Okay.
Yes, magician is the prophet Moses. Jesus, his own was about the people who thought that they were experts in medicine. That the children of Israel. He thought they were experts in medicine, and so in order to prove to them that he was a messenger from God, they did not believe in him. They didn't trust that Jesus was the promised Messiah that John the Baptist was going around announcing, whom we call Yahya in the Quran.
Okay.
So when he came, there was need for him God had to give him a miracle.
Okay.
He's as is written in the Quran. Tell me what is written in the Quran.
Yes.
He has authority from God to raise people from death to life. He could heal, he could restore the sight of blind people. He could heal the lepers, those who had those who were suffering from leprosy. And the child who had fainting feet, and he marked people, he made them to become normal. That was the power to show to the people. And that power ended at the time when his message had gone through. They don't need another miracle to believe that Jesus came. What miracle do you need to show that Jesus Christ?
For the Muslim, it's just like Jesus Christ came to conclude every...
Now, Jesus Christ came with a message. Okay. And his message ended at the time when God had asked him. He lived on earth for 33 years, and that was his mission.
Oh.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
Yes.
This is beautiful. So
each prophet of God had his own mission. Moses was to deliver the children of Israel from the bondage of from Pharaoh. Ibrahim, he had his own people from Nineveh and those who believe worship idols. Noah was to the ark of Noah. You remember? It's found
it's found in the Bible.
Yes. How long did he stay talking to people? 950 years.
Yes.
And he was only able to convert about 40 persons to those who worship God. And we are part of those persons that embark the ark.
Okay, Alaji.
Yes.
Sorry that
So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his own miracle, he came at a time when there were a lot of poetry in Arabia. So the people thought that there was nobody who knew about poetry. So they brought the Quran. That's his miracle. That they asked the Arabs if they were doubting. He said, produce something a similar thing like what is of the Quran. Muhammad was not, he didn't go to school. He said he's an unlettered prophet. And Jesus announced his coming. When he came, as is mentioned to us in the Quran, he said, I'm going to send you a comforter. It's clearly mentioned in the Quran.
Okay, thank you very much, Alaji. It's really showing that you have so much insight concerning the Bible.
Of course.
And this same Bible, we are very sorry that we might, the main interest or focus point is to, or blue point is to get, in fact, those very touching parts of the reality.
Yes.
The Bible is talking about, if you don't believe in the Bible,
yes,
I think it's a statement.
An atheist.
Yes.
It is that disbelief.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So when a Muslim man stands to say, I follow the footsteps of Muhammad and Jesus Christ is like a messenger, is it? A prophet.
Yes, even Muhammad himself was a messenger of God. He was not God.
Okay, so there is a passage in the Bible which clearly states that Jesus Christ was God. So
this is what we think, because Jesus Christ, that same Bible is telling you that when he was addressed as God, he said there is only one God. When he was asked a question about the 10 commandments of God, what did he say? That thou shalt worship only one God, your Lord, who created you.
I don't know if the Muslim man knows about the Trinity.
Trinity? Why don't we know about the Trinity? We know about the Trinity, but we don't believe in it because God, that is where the dimension comes in now. Divinity.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything is the same. Divinity. You take attributes of God and give to a created being. God created Jesus. How can you say that Jesus was God? At the time he left heaven and came to earth.
That's what the Bible is saying.
That's what the Bible is saying.
That's the mystery behind the.
This is exactly creation. This is what people. Do you know that even inside the Christianity, there are a lot of schools of thought that don't have the belief that Jesus was God. They know that Jesus is messenger from God. Do you know that there's a branch in Christianity that believe that God is God and Jesus is Jesus?
I think we are learning a lot from
this. Yes. God is God and Jesus is Jesus. Yes. And you cannot take powers of God and put onto somebody he created.
So is it like the difference between a Muslim and a Christian
is divinity?
Is the Trinity?
It's the Trinity, yes. It's the divinity, that issue of divinity. That you say Jesus is God or Muhammad is God. You want to pray, you must pray through Muhammad. No. You pray to God following the way he has shown you.
Okay, then
God gave him instructions and said, this is how, tell my people like this. That's what Jesus said. That whoever wants to know my Father, he should pass through me. Passing him through me, how? He lived on earth with people. And he taught them how to live.
How to live.
Yes, is that teaching he's talking about.
Okay, we are coming to the end of this program, and there is a question I want to ask you concerning Mary, the mother of God, the mother of Jesus.
Yes.
Because maybe if I say the mother of God,
it's also blasphemy to us.
Yeah, it's like blasphemy.
It's blasphemy to us.
Okay.
Now you make God to deliver. It's like you want to say that God impregnated Mary.
Okay.
You know, that is blasphemy.
I don't think
the first order.
My intention here is to blaspheme.
No, not that. Not you. It's mentioned like that.
Yeah.
That's actually called him the mother of God.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not you as an individual.
You know, we are not standing here to speak against some religion.
But this I'm very
normally we say what we know.
And what is from my faith. That's what I'm telling you.
So this is the reason why Blue Point has to make our listeners to know that every word that comes from your mouth, you are solely responsible for those.
I'm responsible, and I can back it from the Quranic verses.
Okay. Yes. So coming to Mary, I think you've given us a definition of who Mary is.
Yes, Mary. No, I did not. We are not talking about Mary.
Okay.
Mary is the mother of Jesus.
Yes.
Mariam, who comes from the family of Imran. You know Imran, where from Jacob, Abraham, and all the So he comes from a descent. She comes from a descent of piety.
Okay.
And God preserved her chastity until when she had the encounter with the archangel Gabriel.
Okay.
Who came and announced to her that you conceive, and that is apart from Mary, apart from Jesus, son of Mary, there's also Yahya, John the Baptist.
Okay, yeah.
They were named directly from heaven. They were not named on earth. Jesus' name came from heaven. From heaven, mentioning it to Mary that the son you will bear of a son whose name shall be Jesus. Yahya, they also informed the parents that that man's name will be Yahya, precursor, that the man who came to announce the arrival of Jesus, son of Mary. Yes. So Mary, we have a whole chapter in the Quran, chapter 19.
Yes, that talks
dedicated about the story of Mary and her family life.
Okay, so is it like you're telling me that it's not necessary to, because a Christian man prays and also gives so much honor to Mary. Is it the same thing for the Muslims?
No, Muslims, like I told you before, divine powers are divine powers. There are attributes which are God's. There are attributes which are man. For example, the power to answer a prayer, the decision lies in the hands of God. Nobody else.
So even the Bible...
No, there is nothing like intercession. The intercession is what you do that holds you responsible for over your sins.
There's a passage in the Bible. I'm sorry that we are bringing the Bible...
No, it's necessary.
Yeah, but it's necessary. There's a passage in the Bible which Jesus Christ said, anything you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
Yes.
And everything you accept on earth shall be accepted in heaven. Are you aware of that passage?
I will not definitely know because I've not read the Bible to get an understanding. But one thing is very clear. The Quran, whatever you ask me concerning Jesus, I will tell you.
Okay.
For example, in the Quran, we don't believe that Jesus ever died. He was never crucified. This is the teaching in the Quran.
Oh, that's also
this is one aspect that Muslims don't believe in that.
Oh, that's serious.
Yes, we don't believe that Jesus was ever crucified. Because he is a noble prophet of God. He was raised unto him and is going to come back.
Okay.
The statements which are attributed to Jesus, which are not Jesus' statements, he will ask them, are you sure I make this statement on that day? Everybody shall account for himself. Yes, they will either be rightly acquitted or wrongly acquitted.
It's good for our listeners to capture this point.
Yes, very important.
I think the reason why we are also visiting a Muslim is because we want to get some realities.
That's it.
Yes, it's not just all about depending on what or a religion that you are focused to.
That's it.
I think Blue Point has as objective to meet every opinion. So please don't pick offenses. It's our work. We are just doing investigation concerning this particular topic. So
which is very necessary.
Yeah.
It's very necessary, and I think that let our viewers too be edified to know, because sometimes if you don't get the right information, you are living in darkness. For example, nobody believes that Muslims believe in Jesus, son of Mary. Nobody. If you ask a Christian who has never known about Islam, you say, oh no, those people don't want to hear anything about Jesus. Who told? It's a whole verse in the Quran where God is instructing us, humanity, that you must believe in all his messengers and prophets. And we have 5 of them who were honored, not only as prophets, but also as messengers. Okay. Because they came as prophets and as messengers. Why? They brought message and a physical document to show proof. Moses came with a book they called the Torah. Okay. David came with a book called the Psalms. We will call it the Zabur. Yes. Okay. Ibrahim came with a book called the Scrolls. Jesus came with a book called the Gospel. And Muhammad came with a book called the Quran. These 5 messengers of God. They were not only prophets, but they were also messengers.
Messengers of God.
Yes.
Oh la la. Yes. This is really wonderful. Yeah. And I really appreciate your rich insight. As I said, our view here is to capture some of those points that are hidden in the background. And if we never left our homes or our studio to be here with you, we would not have been able to gather this much. And we thank you very much, Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar, for this very rich insight.
I should thank you so much. I should thank you so much because it is also an opportunity for people to know what other people believe in. When you meet a Muslim who is an extremist, who will tell you no, nothing about Jesus, then know that he is talking out of his he has no base. Because the Quran affirms the place of Jesus, son of Mary, sent by God, and his name is mentioned in the Quran severally. You don't even find the name of Jesus mentioned as is mentioned.
I would have really been tempted to ask the Muslim if
this is my life story.
Which might be the Quran, because I would love to also go through the Quran.
Of course, you cannot leave the Imam's office without having a copy of the Quran. Translated copy. So that when you are arguing, sometimes you have proof. There's evidence. Yes. And this will help also some of your viewers get more insights on some of the system of Islam.
I will stand to guide.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on.
I will stand to guide. God no way. I will stand to guide. This is my life. This is my strength. Almighty God, I will stand to guide. Those are the promises. I will stand to guide. God no way. I will stand to guide. This is my life. This is my strength. God no way. I will stand to guide. Right. I will stand to guide.
We are really grateful. This was wonderful visit.
I will stand to guide. But no way. I will stand to guide. I will stand to guide.
We are very grateful, Alhaji, for having a copy.
Right.
I think this translated.
My divinity one, come unto me, my baby. I have been in love, my reindeer. This is the time. I will come to guide. God no way.